YouTube, it's around the 12th of October. I thought it was about time I gave you an update of where my plot's up to. I don't know where this year's gone. It seems to have gone from February to October, and now thoughts turn to what we're planting next year. But I thought I'd let you know where we're up to and give you a overview of my slightly bare plot, but I'm sure others are suffering with this. So if I show you, I can't remember if I showed you last time if I'd cleared this or not. I might have done. So we cleared the front bed. Front bed we had earlies in, so they've all been cleared. We had some courgettes, then we had some onions in the second bed. Yes, there's weeds everywhere as normal. I think it's a borage plant, beautiful plant. I can't bear to kind of pull it out, but I suspect I will when I get round to peeling off the beans. So potatoes, it's been a good year. Onions, it was a fantastic year. As you can see here from my little haul, I've actually had to pull my pumpkins, and I was really hoping that they'd last long enough to enable me to have some pumpkins to carve for Halloween, and maybe eat one or two. So these are the size we've got. So yeah, reasonable size. Courgettes just would not stop producing. First year growing butternut squash. They're smaller than you get in the supermarket, quite a bit smaller, but I haven't opened them up. But a friend of mine who also has an allotment said that hers, although smaller than the ones you get in the supermarket, they were full of less seeds, so actually it was more flesh that you could eat. So we'll see how we get on with those. Beans, I think these are French beans rather than runner beans. Did really well, had a really late crop, later than I was expecting. A lovely borage. Lots of weeds. The idea today was to clear up, do a bit of harvesting, and then actually lay fabric. But I realised I hadn't got enough fabric, so that'll be another weekend's work to start fabricking off some of these sections, so then I'm not constantly having to weed. Leeks. Yeah, they're coming along. Some, like the back one, doesn't look so great, but some of these do. But then I think I've got something called rust on them. I don't know. I need to have a look at that. Another bed of leeks. This is where the sweet corn was that never seemed to grow tassels. And then actually when we harvested, or kind of dug them up today, we realised actually they had somehow germinated and there was corn in there. So oops on that front. Covered off a bed. That's where pumpkins and squashes would have covered them over if I had enough fabric, so that'll be another day's job. But I thought I'd share with this. I think I've been sharing my produce. I don't know if it's a mouse, but you can see some of my, especially the biggest ones, Murphy's Law, some of my biggest pumpkins have been somewhat gnawed at, and yes. But as with anything, I think part of gardening is sharing to a certain extent a bit of produce every now and then with nature around us, so I can't get too annoyed. So next jobs on the list will be to finish de-weeding this lot and then to start fabricing off, and then I might get round to tackling the back of the plot. Again, that just needs de-weeding and probably covering over, but the challenge I have is I then come along and see beautiful flowers like this. So and there's some others over there that are really pretty, so I don't quite have the heart to dig them up, but I will. But gradually work out the plot. This is the second year, and we've had umpteen house moves and quite a few other bits and bobs, so not been the ideal starts, but we're gradually moving up the plot and gradually regaining, and it is becoming easier to manage. If it's not chickens, it's birds squawking. Apologies. So yeah, getting there, hoping to get things set for next year, have a bit more of a think of how more of the raised collars or the pallet collar beds I want to do, because I think actually it makes it really easy to just come down, and you can say, well, I'm only going to weed 2 or 3 of the collar pallets worth of ground, and actually it makes it a lot more manageable than thinking, God, I've got to do the whole plot, which we're all busy, we all work, or a lot of us do, so actually you want the time on your allotment to be productive and for it not to be a chore. So we'll see. I'm going to think about next year. Got some onion sets that I need to bring on that I was told I can plant. So lots to do, lots of mess. Not particularly exciting, but been a good year overall. Lots of learning curves as always, and had quite a lot of potatoes, onions, beans, and not too bad pumpkins considering it's the first year. Courgettes have gone really well, to the point that I'm bored of courgettes, and I never thought I'd say that. Anyway, hope everyone is well, and I'll leave you with a parting shot of the valley. So take care and speak to you soon. Bye.